Hello traders, welcome to today's comprehensive analysis of the Bank Nifty index on our channel India Trade Talk. We'll be combining the latest price action, open interest data and potential trades for the next session to give you a clear picture of the market. Stick around to discover the key insights and trading opportunities that you won't want to miss for today's expiry. Let's dive right in. Let's start with the current price data. The latest closing price for Bank Nifty is 49,142 with a high of 49,511 and a low of 49,043. The open price was 49,390 and the close price was 49,142. It faced a good resistance around 49,500 after a small gap up opening in the last session and surrendered all the gains by the end of the session, closing near to the day low, forming a bearish candle. On the 5-minute chart, Bank Nifty shows oversold conditions with an RSI of 29.62, indicating a potential short-term rebound. The Bollinger Bands have a high of 49,313 and a low of 49,089 and an average of 49,201. Based on this chart, we expect the price to open near 49,200 and show some volatility between 49,000 and 49,500 and finally close near to 49,300. Moving to the 15-minute chart, the RSI is around 33.11, indicating neutral to slightly oversold conditions. The Bollinger Bands have a high of 49,356, a low of 49,097 and an average of 49,227, suggesting potential consolidation or a slight rebound. Based on this chart as well, we expect the price action to be highly volatile between 49,000 and 49,500. On the daily time frame, Bank Nifty continues its bullish trend, trending above both the 50-day moving average at 47,904 and the 200-day moving average at 46,064. The RSI is around 61, indicating strong momentum but nearing overbought conditions. The Bollinger Bands show a high of 49,622, a low of 47,102 and an average of 48,362, indicating increased volatility. Based on this chart, we expect the price action to be highly volatile and bearish in nature. We expect the closing to be below 49,000 based on this chart, which is contradictory to the 5 or 15-minute chart we discussed earlier. Let's discuss the open interest data now. The highest put OI is at 48,000 with 44.94 lakh contracts, followed by 49,000 with 29.68 lakh contracts. The highest call OI is at 50,000 with 51.09 lakh contracts. The put to call ratio or PCR stands at 0.78 and the VIX is at 24.2, indicating moderate market volatility. The significant changes in OI suggest active trading interest and mildly bearish sentiment in the market. Let's discuss some possible price action we might see tomorrow. For a neutral scenario, the support zone is between 49,000 to 49,050 and the resistance zone is between 49,300 to 49,350. If Bank Nifty opens within this range and stays there in the first 15 minutes, we can expect high volatility and consolidation throughout the day. Now let's discuss an effective strategy for neutral option sellers in Bank Nifty. If Bank Nifty opens within the 49,000 to 49,300 range, here is a short Iron Condor trade you can follow. This setup provides a solid 1.4 to 1 risk-reward ratio. In case Bank Nifty shows a directional movement, we can adjust the trade by bringing the opposite sell and buy strikes closer to reduce the potential losses. However, it's crucial not to overdo these adjustments as a reversal could lead to even higher losses. Remember, it's important to accept losses if the market moves against our view. We shouldn't fight the market too much. For this strategy, set your stop loss at spot price of 48,700 on the downside or 49,600 on the upside. Now let's discuss possible price action from bullish scenario. We can consider buying at support levels around 49,050 to 49,000 with a target of 49,300 and a stop loss at 48,900. If we see two consecutive 15-minute candles closing below 49,000, we should still close the trade in loss. Here is an interesting trade to follow while buying at support levels. If you are a directional trader with bullish view and Bank Nifty approaches its immediate support levels of 49,000 to 49,050, this bull call spread trade setup is for you. This trade offers an impressive risk-reward ratio of almost 1:3. If Bank Nifty shows a directional movement in opposite direction, we can bring the sell strike closer to reduce the potential losses. However, just like in previous scenario, we should avoid making too many adjustments. It's important to accept the loss if our view turns out to be wrong. Alternatively, here is a possible bullish breakout price action. We can enter above 49,329 after a 15-minute candle closes above this level, targeting 49,500 with a stop loss at 49,200. If we see two consecutive candles closing below 49,300, we should still close the trade in loss. Here is an impressive trade setup to follow bullish breakout. If you are a directional trader with bullish view and if Bank Nifty moves above 49,329, you can follow this bull butterfly trade. This setup offers a risk-reward ratio of almost 1:1. We should close the trade if Bank Nifty reaches 49,500. However, if Bank Nifty reverses or consolidates between 49,300 to 49,500, we should be prepared to accept the loss or minor profit based on the closing price. There is no need to make any adjustment with this trade. We should accept whatever comes our way, whether it's profit or loss. Just follow the levels given to close the trade. Let's now discuss possible price action from bearish viewpoint. We can consider shorting around the resistance level of 49,300 with a target of 49,050 and a stop loss at 49,400. If you see two consecutive candles closing between 49,329 and 49,400, we should still close the trade in loss. Here is an impressive trade setup to follow at resistance levels if you have a bearish viewpoint. Just like bullish scenario, you can follow this bear put spread trade. The levels can be adjusted as per your risk appetite. Now let's discuss possible price action for breakdown trade from bearish viewpoint. We can enter below 49,000 with a target of 48,800 and a stop loss at 49,100. If we see two consecutive candles closing above 49,043, we should still close the trade in loss. Here is an impressive trade setup to follow breakdown trade with bearish viewpoint. Just like bullish scenario on breakout, you can follow this bear butterfly trade if you have a bearish view. The levels can be adjusted as per your risk appetite. To sum up, Bank Nifty shows a neutral to mild bearish trend across multiple time frames supported by robust technical indicators and OI data. Keep an eye on the key levels mentioned for potential trading opportunities. Thank you for tuning in and don't forget to like, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. Please note, we are not SEBI registered and this analysis is just for educational purposes. Please consult your financial advisor before making any decision.